Alrighty, guys, it's time for another weekly budget review. Do you want to see how I keep track of a messy real life budget? Well, you found the right video. So, here we go. So, again, I am using the Hemlock and Oak weekly planner. I absolutely love it. It's perfect for what I do and how I keep track of my budgeting, which is probably way different than any of the other budgeting videos that you've seen so far. So, the main process here is I like to create goals for the year, which I try to follow through with, Life's not perfect. And again, for this year, we're keeping up with trying to get all of the store cards at a balance of 0. I got a little naughty with the spending at the end of last year, so the main goal, again, to start out this year with was to get all of these store cards paid off and down to 0 so that we could focus on the actual debts, which there's a few. So yeah, we're down. We only got 2 left, so we've made it to the Walmart household and the Amazon household. And again, guys, this is why I stress the importance of keeping track of what you spend and what you put on the cards, because I can't tell you what those funds are for. I have no memory of it. That's from August, November, and December of last year. Again, we're keeping up with that save $5 a day. Again, this is the easiest way I've found to save money. For some reason, just me simply saying $50 out of each paycheck, it just didn't work. I don't understand why, logistically, because I'm saving $75 to $80 out of each check now. But at the time, if I just said $50, like a week later, I would have took it out and spent it. So apparently the save $5 a day helped grow the little piggy bank, and once I reached a certain balance in it, I got to the point of where I was greedy and I didn't want to take the funds out of it. So yeah, it's a weird little mental game that I play with myself, but it works. And it does give you a nice $1,825 at the end of the year. So that's a nice way of building up that emergency funds. And again, Hemlock and Oak provides this daily framework page, and I know you're thinking, like, well, what the heck does this got to do with budgeting? Apparently a lot for me. Because beforehand I was doing all my budgeting after work, and we could see my energy is quite low. So by following the energy graph, I started doing my budgeting and finances in the morning when my energy is high, and it seems to be working. I'm able to think more clearly about where the funds need to go, what debt I need to pay off, what account should be focused on. And then I keep, like, the self-care activities, I kind of divvy them up when I notice that the energy is starting to get low. And again, the fun thing that I learned this year is self-care activities are basically free. So yeah, the fun things in life, for me, don't cost nothing. So that was nice to see. And again, I used the 2 years at a glance. This is my projected payoffs. Again, I'm a visual person, so maybe just a list of your projected payoffs may work for you. For me, I need to visually see, how long I have to try to pay this account off. So, we started with perks, and let's get to that list here. So these are the accounts that I have left over to pay off for this year. I listed them from the smallest to greatest. I do like to try to do the avalanche method. So again, Perks was the first account. We got that paid off. it was projected to be paid off April 13th, and I got it paid off March 23rd, so we're a couple weeks ahead of schedule. Of course, the next one for me is PSECU, and that's only because that's my car loan, and I do want to update the vehicle sometime this year, so I want to get that taken care of because, you know, you don't want to buy another vehicle if you still have a loan for the old one. So that's why that one got bumped up before the other two. So that's the one we're working towards, and I have a projected payoff of July 27th, and I'm really hoping to have it paid off no later than the end of June. So that's going to be a nice summer surprise if I can make it happen. So again, like, that's the projected payoffs. Those are the debts that I need to work with. So what I move on to now is the yearly dashboard, and this is kind of where I like keep track of every important moment that happens during the year. So I do start out with birthdays and holidays because typically those things do generally cost money. So it just kind of gives me that friendly reminder of like, hey, you know, Easter's coming up and this is when it is, and this is when you're going to need funds for Easter baskets and Easter dinners and, you know, that type of stuff. So that's why I keep the birthdays and holidays on here. The other things I do are the car inspection, registration plates, driver's license renewals, just because nobody's really thinking about those things throughout the year. So again, it's a nice friendly reminder there. I do large amounts of money in and out, so I get the insurance funds, they come in, and of course taxes, which I do have to sit my butt down and do those. I've been playing on Procreate, guys. I haven't been thinking about taxes, but I really need to. Okay, so the other things, let's see here. Okay, doctor's visits, because we had a lot of doctor's visits and dentist visits and all that wonderful medical mayhem. So I have those in blue. And of course, anytime that I pay off any account, which that is the big change from last year to this year. Last year I was only keeping track of the focus accounts, and it was a little disheartening when I would look at this because it would be like, you know, like, why couldn't I get that paid off sooner? So I started putting all the accounts or even major purchases such as the dryer on here, and it really does help give you that nice perspective, that nice visual of there was a lot of crap going on. like yeah, like, look at these, like, there would be no red marks, no blue marks on these calendars, and now we can see like there was just red and blue everywhere. That's because that's money going out. So yeah, no wonder why it took me so long to pay off perks, because you look at everything else that I paid. So yeah, I'm really happy that I changed that up for this year. Okay, so going on to the quarterly pages, I really liked wanting to see like how many extra payments I'm doing per month, what the actual balance is of the focus account. Again, this is something new that I just started for this year. And again, the My Perks card, it was a card where I'm paying it off, but I was also using it at the same time, which is very difficult. It's very difficult to do. And so, yeah, that explains the, you know, 700 to 400 to 200. Somewhere in there would have been like $200 that was me actually spending in my payment. Didn't go through yet when I got the number. But the first of the following month is when I write down these numbers here. And then again, this way I can keep track of all of the balances of these accounts. And then that way, you know, I mean, I get a nice view of how much I actually still owe. So I'm not just doing it once, I'm tracking this at the first of every month. And then of course for the focus account, I'm keeping track of, you know, what the actual balance is. And again, we got the My Perks paid off. That's paid off in March. And we're moving on to the PSECU car loan. for April. And like I said, hopefully for quarter two, I get that thing paid off and out of the way, and then I won't have to speak about it anymore. Okay, so I started a seasonal tracker as well. This is keeping track of items that I normally wouldn't spend outside of the season. So the best example I got is the snow removal. I needed liquid salt for the driveway, and again in July, I'm not going to be thinking about liquid salt. I'm going to be thinking of like sea salt to put in my hair, not to put on the driveway. So yeah, so that's why I did this whole seasonal spender thing, just so that, you know, hopefully next year I come to this page and I'm looking at it and I'm going, oh yeah, you better put some funds back for, you know, the salt for the driveway. Do I have enough sweaters and jeans? Probably. Not going to have to purchase those again. And yeah, my favorite here is the Shamrock Shakes, just because I'm a huge fan of them, and I use gift cards. So no funds out for the Shamrock Shakes. And again, guys, I apologize if I cough. I'm somebody who's not used to talking a lot. So, again, this is what the weekly layouts start to look like once they're completed. I love that they're bright, they're colorful, they keep my attention, they keep me coming back to the planner. And that's the most important part here, just because it's really difficult to keep track of the funds when you're not engaged with the planner or the system that you're using. I used to dread going to my budget planner, and now I kind of oddly get like a little excited. So, moving right along, guys. I'm trying to speed these up. I'm trying my best. Getting better with each budget review here. So, again, with the Hemlock and Oak system, they give you this monthly overview, and again I had to try to like come up with a way to say like, okay, like how are we gonna put this into a budget system? So, you know, we gotta try to make this all budget related. So they start out with the boundaries, and again, I'm a big seasonal spender. I love going into the stores and seeing all the new seasonal goodies. So I made sure that March's boundary was keeping tabs on my seasonal spending. You know, seasonal clothing, seasonal decorations, Shamrock Shakes, and I did really well with that. I don't really think I had any seasonal spending. I had a lot of other spending, but you know, seasonal spending, I really did a good job with it. Again, I do the three self-cares because, you know, whenever I'm doing one of my self-care activities, I'm not spending. So I do try to incorporate at least 3 of those per day, just because they really have been helping to reduce the crazy spending, the unnecessary spending, and the intentions that I had for the month and the milestones that I was focusing on. Again, this is March 1st, guys, so I was really disappointed in myself that I did not have the perks accounts paid off yet. I seriously thought that I could have got that done in February, and it was like, okay, like that is the main goal for March, is whatever I gotta do, it's gotta go. That thing's gotta be down to a 0 balance. And again, it's just a friendly reminder that I wanted to keep working on the store cards. For some reason, I felt like Michael's was the first. So, we can see I finally did get Michael's paid off this week, but it was not the first to go. Target was the first to go for the month of March, so I got two store cards handled, so that's nice. And again, the little habit trackers that they include, again, only charge what you can cover. It's really difficult to pay down debt when you are charging and charging and charging. Yeah. But I have an explanation. I have an explanation for those. So, the other thing that I started this year was keeping a little list. We all have these little lists running through our heads. It's where mainly you're going through Instagram or YouTube or whatever social you're looking at, and you're seeing like all these ads for these fun new things. And it's like, do you really need this? Do you just want to purchase this to feel better, to get the dopamine rush because you think it's gonna make you an awesome artist, procreate brushes and stuff like that? My big one was HP photo paper. Um, I use it for like my memory planning and that. Guys, I'm still using the package that I've had from January. We can see HP photo paper. Yeah, I'm good. I have enough. I'm probably gonna have to buy it in April, but I haven't had to buy it yet. I probably would have bought it like 3 times by now. Yeah. I did have to finally get the collagen and the vitamins. The stock was running low on those, so it was finally time to rebuy. Again, the transmission decided to take a fit at the beginning of the month, so I did have to purchase a transmission cooler, and we can see that that is on a payment plan on Perks, 0%, and it only cost $136. So that it's like not great in the grand scheme of things, but at the same time, $136 to fix your transmission, not bad. 0%. Again, I restarted tanning, so I did purchase a package. Haven't had to rebuy the lotion. Bath fixtures, yeah, the hot water fixture started to leak, which all I could see was the water bill going up in the hot water tank, so the heating bill just going around the little dial. Sorry for the sound effects there, guys, but that's all I could see was that thing just going woo. Yeah, so no, got the bath fixtures and fixed that. Oil and oil filter, it was on a 50% off sale. And that stuff's pretty expensive. So yeah, I got the oil and the oil filter for like $16. So I couldn't pass that up. And yeah, the hair dryer and the storage. Okay, that's the only one that I cannot explain. That was just me getting really excited on Walmart. We could see that Walmart became my favorite place to shop at the end of the month. Um, yeah. So gotta stop that. Oh, Lordy. Okay, so the monthly layouts, again, I tried using these guys. I really did. I can't. I can fill it out. Granted, you can see I got a lot more bills, than what fits in this thing, but every time that I tried to do one of these, I just felt like I failed at the end of the month. It just never worked out. I do use YNAB. It's a digital app for budgeting. It practically budgets for me. As long as I keep all my stuff in the green and not in the red, I'm good. So yeah, YNAB has really been a game changer for my like monthly budgeting, keeping track of how much I spend per category. Basically, it does it. I don't have to do it. And yeah, no, back to this monthly layout here. Basically, the purpose of this is so that since I get paid every 2 weeks, it's to make sure that I have enough funds for all of the things that need paid during that time frame. So it's kind of like the budget mom system where she does like the by paycheck monthly thing. I guess not monthly, but you know this thing. Yeah, drag this back out here. She does like a buy paycheck with one of these. Again, I tried that. It just, I don't know, guys. That system, it just didn't work for me. Somehow, this messy, chaotic thing does. So I keep keep going with it, right? Okay, so, and again, I have that $5 a day, so that's the main goal, and I take that out for every payday. So I got paid on the 7th, 75, paid on the 21st, took out 80, because, we got 31 days, $5 a day. The balances. Again, since I'm keeping track of the other balances up here in that year section, I decided to keep track of all the store card balances, just to make sure that the things are going down. They should never be going up since I am paying on them now. So yeah, I keep track of that as well. And again, we got those lovely weeklies. So for the month of March, again, I wanted to lower the perks balance. I gave them an extra payment. That was the $70. Got the whole Discover thing paid off. That was 81 remaining after the balance transfer. This is the week that I decided, okay, I'm not using the perks card for a whole entire week. Then that way there's no transactions on or off of it. This is where I really found out what the actual total was so that I could actually pay the stupid thing off. But then, continue using it because it does give me gas points, and I really enjoy getting 30 gallons of gas for free. I'm not going to give that up. So, yeah, no, that was the whole meaning there. And again, it's really difficult to pay off a credit card when you are using it as your spending card as well. So, yeah, we had to give it a break for a week and got that thing paid off. Back to using it again, racking up the gas points, but again, we're not carrying over debt now. Okay, yeah, and again, avoid using it. Okay, so, week of St. Patrick's Day, everything's green. Like I said, I got the perks paid off, and I even paid off Target for this week, so, we're doing really good. This is probably the best that I've ever done with my budget planner. So this weekly system is working. Okay, so I wasn't really too crazy about like the color scheme of this, but hey, I got a ton of stickers sitting off to the side of me, and I gotta use them. So, it's funny because sometimes you will make a layout and you're just looking at it like, oh God, like that's horrible, but I will have to say, this was probably like the best week I've ever had mood wise. I'm still rolling with it. Like, yeah, normally, yeah, by Thursday or Friday, I'm annoyed and I'm going, annoyed. So, yeah, not annoyed at all. Good week emotionally, but again, with me being an emotional spender. You do kind of have to keep an eye on that as well. So, whenever I'm annoyed in that, I tend to spend. When I'm feeling really good and really optimistic, I will spend again. So, yeah, this week's craze was the recipes. I wanted to try high protein recipes. Just, from lifting weights and that, I just want to try to work on the macros a little bit. So, I did that, but it was only $9, for the recipes. Extra shopping to get the ingredients. I did pay off all the tans, so I got that handled, which we can see up here. So those are all taken care of. What else did we do? Chat GPT. I'm in love with Chat GPT. It has really been helpful. So yeah, I did do, I'm trying the paid version of it, and I mean, I'm really loving that app. It's I can't imagine life without it now. Another thing that I had, which is why even if I do have the accounts paid off, I do keep them on here. We had a sneaky interest charge on the Maurice's card, even though it was paid off and the balance was zero. Somehow they feel like I owe them $3 of interest. So yeah, that's why I keep those on there, just so that I can just remember to go and check them out just to make sure. Again, I took the leap and paid off Michael's in full. I do keep those stash funds. That's $50 out of every pay. So I had enough. I just kept it. I just kept it. I wish. No, I just transferred the stash funds over and used those to pay the rest of the Michaels. So now I can actually officially say Michaels has been paid off for March as well. Okay, so yeah, again, since I do use the perks card for daily spending, which is what you're going to see here, like when you see these little highlighted and then slashed out, that means that those were charges, and so that it doesn't look like it's like negative, negative, negative. Whenever I do pay those purchases off, like with perks, I just slash them out. And I do highlight them so that it's easier for me to see in the budget planner so that I don't miss them. So yeah, I went on and did the perks payment, and I just wanted to like note to myself, like, look, it's nice to go onto that card and see a $0 balance. There's no more looming questionable balance. That's what I want to see on all of them. That is the objective of where I can officially look at each account and go, oh yeah, that's what I used for gas. That's what I used for groceries. That's what I used for holiday spending. Like, I want each card to be for a specific thing. and to only know, like there's no mystery balance. Yeah, probably why I'm in a good mood. But I took off Friday, so I had a 3-day weekend. Basically, what I used Friday for is I've been wanting to work on creating doodle stickers, just adding new things to my shop, trying to get a Shopify store going, which I do have one, but they won't let me link it to my Instagram. So yeah, I had to go to contact support for that. ChatGPT helped me with that, actually. Who would have knew? But yeah, no. So I did. I spent Friday basically coming up with doodle ideas, creating doodle stickers, creating matching boxes. Heck with it, I'm talking about them. I might as well bring them out. Normally don't do this, but see, I got little spring stickers, and then I got the coordinating box stickers. And hold on, guys, I got a mess in my hand here. And then I got the Easter doodles, and I got the Easter boxes. So normally I would do just the boxes, but again, for this year I wanted to start something different. So I made these cute little doodle stickers that coordinate with them. I'm loving these. I love the idea of them, and it's actually making me feel really good for buying that iPad and paying for Procreate. So I'm finally using stuff that I paid for. It's nice. But like I said, like I had issues linking the Shopify to the Instagram. Finally got in contact with customer support, which took forever. Is a pain in the butt, but GPT figured a way around it, so yeah. He's smart. And so they're claiming that it takes 14 days to get it situated, so I guess I gotta wait and see for that one. So yeah, persistent. I was persistent. And yes, I'm hooked on Procreate now. I can't get off of it. And let's see here. Again, the focus was to cover all of March transactions. I did at least get the one Walmart one paid off. That was for groceries. Again, trying to eat healthier. And we can see that the perks and Discover, I have the transaction amount, but there is no negative, and that's because I have to wait until tomorrow for all the transactions to clear so I can actually pay it. I have the funds, I'm ready. Just have to wait on the credit card to say, yeah, we can take your money. Story of my life. Okay, so what are we doing? Again, March review is going to be coming up, but we still have today and tomorrow, so I tend to wait on these until the month is actually completed. We are ready for April, so the overview is made, and again, this is why I keep these little trackers so we can see for March we had these and these. So I paid off enough of them in March to where now they all nicely fit in here. Yeah. And again, the vitamin pills and the car insurance, they're on 0%. So I'm just going to pay those monthly. Or for the vitamins, whenever I do open up a new jar, the rule is I have to pay for that jar on the tracker. But again, the tracker does make it nice because I can actually keep track of how much I still owe for that purchase. Again, the stupid hair dryer in the storage on Walmart, bad decision. That was one of my bad purchases, but it's got to get paid off. Again, I still have the do you really need these? Can't wait to see what goes on there. And yeah, again with April, little known fact about me, guys. I have a tendency to overbuy plants and flowers in the spring. So that's the one that I gotta watch out for this month. It's like I want to collect all the plants. I do not have any room for them. I have enough plants, and the other horrible thing that happens is I can't keep them alive. They die. So my rule is I can't buy plants this month. Some people have no spending challenges. I'm going to spend, so I would instantly fail with that. So my no can do for this month is no plants. Again, I'm going to continue working on that painting. I'm going to continue going tanning. I still got tans on that package. And of course, I'm just going to continue reading. Again, those are 3 things that keep me occupied so that I don't spend money. Again, the intentions coming up for April is to start paying off PSECU, and I do want to try to see if I could figure out how to sneak $360 onto it. $100 is the minimum payment, the monthly payment, so really I just need to come up with $260. I think I can do it. I think there's a way I can swindle it on there. And again, just a friendly reminder to keep working on those store cards, which I feel like Walmart's the one that I'm going to start attacking, just because I already have to attack it because of the stupid hairdryer and the hairdryer storage. And again, we're keeping with that habit of only charging what you can cover. Trying to be smart about it, guys. Again, here's what the monthly layout looks like before it starts to get written all over. These are the balances that we're starting April with, which again, it's so nice, guys. Look at this. Target's paid, Michael's paid, Walmart did go up, but that's because I was a dum-dum and I spent on it. Maurice's is paid, Amazon's still kind of where it was, and Kohl's is paid. So we're slowly getting those down to 0. And that's next week's fun spring-themed layout. And yeah, that's it. That's my crazy budgeting system, guys. Again, this is how much we have paid towards the debts for the year. And hopefully I could get like to the halfway mark by the end of the year. It would be nice if I could get the whole thing, but I'm a realist. So baby steps. Baby steps, anything is better than nothing. And yeah, that's it. That's how I keep track of my messy, very messy budgeting system here, but it's real. And that, to me, was what was missing on the YouTube feed here, because everybody seems to have perfect budgeting systems where the numbers always line up. Not for me. So, again, guys, I'm gonna close out and just say thank you so much for watching. I do greatly appreciate it. And please remember to hit that like and surprise button. Like and surprise button. Yeah, it is gonna be a surprise. Every week's a surprise. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more budget reviews.